Hello, creative explorers, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt like you just had to do things your own way, even if everyone else said it was wrong? Well, today, we're going to talk about a little hero who did just that. It all started in a plain, ordinary box of crayons. But one of these crayons was anything but ordinary. This little blue crayon, let's call him Sky, was tired of the same old routine. Day in, day out, it was all about staying inside the lines. Coloring books with neat black borders telling you where to stop and start. Sky felt a fizz of rebellion bubble up inside his waxy tip. One morning, as the lid of the box creaked open, Sky decided he'd had enough. With a mighty push and a little wiggle, he launched himself out of the box. He landed on a huge, blank sheet of paper. He declared to the empty room. With a burst of energy, Sky started to move. He didn't just color, he danced across the paper. He left a trail of brilliant blue wherever he went. He drew big, looping swirls that looked like ocean waves and sharp, spiky stars that seemed to twinkle on the page. He zoomed from one corner to the other, filling the vast white space with glorious, chaotic, beautiful blue. He wasn't following a picture in a book. He was creating a picture from his heart. It felt liberating. He was making his own rules. Back in the box, the other crayons were watching. Red, a stickler for rules, was the first to speak. "That's just a mess." Happy Suns neatly in the corner of the page chimed in. He's supposed to be coloring the sky in the Day at the Park book. Green, who prided himself on perfectly tracing leaves, shook his head. From the safety of their cardboard home, they all started shouting at Sky. "You're doing it wrong. That's not what crayons are for." Their voices were a chorus of disapproval, echoing what so many of us hear when we try something new or different. They were trapped by the idea of a right way and a wrong way to be creative. But Sky didn't hear them. He was completely lost in his own world of creation. He was so focused on the joy of making something that their criticisms faded into the background. He trusted the feeling inside him, that little spark that said, "Keep going. This is good." This is a powerful lesson for all of us. When you're passionate about what you're creating, whether it's art, music, a new idea, or just a different way of looking at the world, the opinions of others start to matter less. Your inner voice, your creative instinct, becomes the only guide you need. Don't let the fear of judgment stop you from exploring your own unique path. As Sky finally slowed down, he took a step back to look at what he had done. The paper was no longer just a mess of scribbles. From the chaos of his energetic dance, a picture had emerged. The swirls had become a swirling galaxy. The zigzags formed distant, shimmering mountain peaks. And the little dots of blue looked like a magical, sparkling rain. It wasn't a perfect photorealistic drawing. It was something more. It was full of energy, emotion, and life. As the first rays of morning sun hit the paper, a magical chime seemed to ring out, and the drawing began to glow with an inner light. What the other crayons saw as a mess was actually something truly amazing. The other crayons fell silent. Their gasps of shock turned into gasps of awe. They had never seen anything like it. They had been so focused on the rules, on the right way to color, that they had forgotten what art was really about. Expression. Sky hadn't just colored a picture. He had poured his feelings onto the page. He had shown them that there's more to art than just filling in shapes. Art is about inventing, exploring, and sharing a piece of your soul. His creation wasn't wrong. It was just different. And in its difference, it was beautiful. It challenged their whole idea of what it meant to be a crayon. Sky stood proudly beside his work, his little wax body beaming with pride. He hadn't set out to prove a point or to defy anyone. He just needed to be true to himself. And in doing so, he created something wonderful and inspired everyone around him. This is the core message of our little blue hero. Art doesn't need rules. Creativity doesn't fit in a box. It's not about being perfect or doing what everyone else does. It's about being brave enough to make your own mark on the world, to express your unique vision, no matter how messy or chaotic it might seem to others at first. Your perspective is valuable precisely because it is yours alone. As the crayons watched, Sky's painting started to glow even brighter, pulsing with a soft, warm light. It was as if the joy and freedom he had put into it were now radiating back out into the world. The colors seemed to dance and shift, inviting the others to come and play, to break free from their own self-imposed limits. This is what happens when we dare to be ourselves. Our courage and creativity can become a beacon of light for others, giving them permission to be brave too. It creates a ripple effect of inspiration. So, what's the big takeaway from Sky's story? Don't be afraid to scribble outside the lines, both on paper and in life. The world is your blank canvas. Don't let anyone tell you what colors to use or where to put them. Mix things up, try something new, make a glorious mess, and see what amazing things you can create. Your unique voice, your quirky ideas, Your different way of seeing things, that is your superpower. Color the world your way. Whether you're an artist, a writer, a scientist, an entrepreneur, or just someone trying to navigate your day, remember the little blue crayon who dared to be different. Embrace your inner rebel. Think about it. The greatest inventions and the most moving works of art throughout history rarely came from people who followed the rules. They came from people who asked, why not? They came from people who saw a blank space and were unafraid to fill it with something new. Something that had never been seen before. Your life is that blank space. Don't wait for permission. Pick up your own crayon. Whatever color it may be, create something that is uniquely, wonderfully, and unapologetically you. Thank you so much for joining me on this creative journey today. If Sky's story inspired you, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs a little reminder to color outside the lines. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories and inspiration. Until next time, keep creating and stay true to you.